Welcome back, team. Now the time for us to just go there to the virtual machine. So whatever the virtual machine we present yesterday, right, team? So we are going there and let's start that virtual machine up. Let's make that virtual machine up. So once it is up, now what exactly we will do? We'll go there to a terminal. You can go to any of the clients, team. Maybe you can use putty to connect to your virtual machine, or you can use mobile XTerm to connect to your virtual machine, or you can use some other terminal or command prompt or PowerShell. You can use anything, team. Any of the medium you can use to connect to your VM. Anything is fine. But in Mac machine, if you are using a Mac terminal, at the Mac you can use terminal. That is one thing. But out of all, the best way is using Visual Studio. I will show you how exactly you need to use especially the Visual Studio Code to connect to your virtual machine. That's the best thing which you can use in real time also. Very good UI presentation where you can understand what are all the folders are there in the Ubuntu systems, right? Usually the Linux systems you can connect via terminals, always CLIs. But Visual Studio Code really help us to just give a very good visualization where you can see that and you can understand easily things and all. Okay. Alright, so that one also we will see. Okay, that's the best case you can use in real time also. Alright, so fine. So what exactly I'm talking about? So what are the VM we just opened, right, Tim? That particular VM we need to make a connection. Okay, as a DevOps engineer, we need to make a connection to this particular VM. How exactly? You can use different set of the clients. That's what exactly I'm talking about. You can use putty, or you can use mobile XTerm, or you can use command prompt, okay, CMD, or you can use PowerShell, or you can use VS Code. Okay, anything is fine. Okay, any of these things, whatever is very favorite to you, you can use. But my recommendation, if you are using Windows machines, also just install VS Code. If I'm using Mac machines, currently I'm using Mac, right? I will use VS Code only. Even for Mac users, also install VS Code. I think that's the best one which you can make use in real time also. Okay. But let's connect with the terminal. So terminal is also one of the way which you can make a connection. Okay, terminal also you can use to connect to your virtual machine. Alright. So you may have some other options also. What are the options are? Even the best thing I think Azure also improvised, especially in one area, that is providing the cloud shell. The cloud shell. So the cloud shell direct integration with the virtual machine. That is the thing they improved recently. I noticed it. Especially Azure has the cloud shell. Usually GCP has a very good feature, the cloud shell. They will directly provide a VM for cloud shell. But even Azure also having a cloud shell. This is exactly the cloud shell I'm talking about. So this is the one which you can use. This is also kind of a terminal CLI mode only, where you can connect to instances directly from here also. But what exactly the point I'm highlighting, this is already there for Azure or for few years. That's okay. But the interesting thing is, the moment when you click on the go to overview, click on the connect button, team. The moment when you click on the connect button, one interesting thing will happen. When you click on the connect button, it will recommend you what kind of connections you are trying to make. That is the thing exactly they changed recently. Earlier, it was not showing all these approaches like this. It was simply showing username and the password. That's all. I think they changed a little bit. SSH using Azure CLI, by using a local machine Azure portal, or by using native SSH. These are all the two options which they are just supporting you. Even you can directly select and you can proceed. But my point is, try to connect from your machine. Try to understand how to make the connections. That is also one of the learning area which you should do. Right here. So it is clearly telling you, so especially whenever you are going for a connection, this is the public IP. I told you already, right? So what exactly the thing, how exactly you can connect? By using public IP is the only way. Public IP is the only way to connect to a virtual machine, right? Now tell me, Tim, if you have the public IP, can you really log into the virtual machine? What else are required, Tim? What else are required? You need
the name of the machine.
Name of the machine is not really needed, Igor. So either name of the machine which is you're talking about some DNS name, if it has, that's agree. Maybe if you're talking about DNS name, that's okay, but the name of the virtual machine is not really needed for us. Because the identification I'm already considering. Identification I'm already considering as a public IP, so that is more than enough. But sometimes, in some cases, you can use DNS also instead of the public IP. If you configure the DNS, you can use that one also. But for now, we will start with the IP. Let's try to understand how exactly this IP will help us to make a connection to the virtual machine team. Alright, now let's go to the terminal team. Let's go to the terminal. So I'm just opening the terminal. So this is my terminal. Let me take a new window. Let me close this one. So basically, whatever the terminal you are playing up with usually, so by applying SSH command, obviously you can make a connection to your remote machines. So I'm just applying the command SSH followed by with the space Azure user is the username exactly we have given yesterday, and followed by it is asking IP address. What is the IP address, team? We have an IP address which is 494.75.226. Copy that and just go there, just paste over there. That's it. It is asking, do you want to proceed for the connections? Yes. Okay, please, I think it is asking to type yes. Okay, it is asking the password now. So what are the password you provided yesterday? The same thing you need to provide here. Then you can make a connection to the virtual machine you are in. That's absolutely good. So you are inside them. That's good. That's all. You are connecting to the virtual machine. You are inside a VM. Now, what is our goal, team? We have a goal actually. Our goal is to make sure that particular VM, whatever the VM we provision, that particular VM needs to be registered as a DevOps agent. That's our goal, right? So that is the goal exactly we are trying to fulfill. So to sort out the team, let's go to the DevOps portal. I'm just going to the DevOps portal team. There you can see There you can see the portal called dev.azure.com. Just go for the dev.azure.com. dev.azure.com. If you go for this particular thing, I think just go for this particular project, whatever the project you have, and followed by especially go for the project settings. If you go for the project settings, I think there you can see one thing called agent pools. You go for the agent pools team. Once you click on the agent pools, this is the thing exactly we need to do. I'm not sure whether I showed this one or not, but just follow me team. You go to the agent pool. There you click on the add pool team. Click on the add pool. Once you click on the add pool, there it is telling you just what kind of pool type exactly. I'm proceeding for the self-hosted pool type. That's the first option which we will explore. Just go for the self-hosted. It is asking the VM name also. Okay, sorry, agent name, pool name. Okay, I'm just giving pool-22 is exactly the identification I'm using for your batch. Okay, pool-22. 22 hyphenated with the 22 is your component. Remember that one. Alright, so once you are done with this one, copy this and just go back and just go there. It is asking that give the full permission for the pipeline. That's good. That's really good. I'm just giving the full permission so that let's come back. What is this permission? Just come back to the diagram. See, if you give the permission for the agent pool, then only build pipeline, release pipeline can make use of the agent pool where the VMs are sitting. That's a simple thing too. So we need to give a permission. That's the thing exactly we did. You just go back here and just give the permission. Just click on the create button. All right. You are done with the agent pool creation. That part is clear. Now you can go there and you can check here, especially the pool 22 is the one exactly the pool which you just created. In this particular pool only, we are going to register our agents inside. Now, this is absolutely good. So far, no build pipeline, no release pipeline ran on this pool. That's good. Let's go for the agent, but I don't see any kind of agent also. Now, no agent is being registered also. That is what we need to prove now. How to add an agent? Click on new agent. It is telling you very clearly what kind of agent you are running with. Is it Windows? Is it Mac? Is it Linux? What kind of system exactly you are using? Yes, I am using a Linux machine. Okay, I believe we by default option x64 is exactly the thing which we configured yesterday, which we kept as it is. So just keep the same thing, team. That's fine. Now we are seeing few steps here which we need to implement. Okay, to execute this one, you no need to have any kind of scripting knowledge. Not at all required. But you should have some little sense whatever they are telling. You just need to follow that. That's all you need to do. Okay, no scripting knowledge is required at this moment. Even why I'm stressing this particular thing, you may think, okay, some commands are coming up where we don't know that. Don't assume like that, because we have the scripting sessions where you will understand more on that. But this moment, I cannot start our Azure Cloud, Azure Devops with the script, right? So that's why that particular thing will come later. Don't worry on that. But we need to follow this particular steps, team. Now, the firstly we are saying download the agent, right? So when you go for the download the agent, there you are seeing a copy button, just copy this particular thing. Now whatever the terminal you make, right, so just go for the terminal team. There's a terminal, right, exactly. You're seeing a terminal. Now once you're here, you know team, what exactly you need to do. So the firstly, it is asking to download. Remember one thing, if you want to download any package, sorry Tim, just a second. If you want to download, sorry team, if you want to download any package, what exactly we need to do? Simply any package, especially in this particular Ubuntu, wget is the command exactly we should use, and whatever the copied line is there, but this is the zip format in the Linux Ubuntu systems. So however you are seeing in the Windows.zip format, right, similar to that. Now what exactly the command is telling us, just download this particular zip from the internet to this particular machine. That's all. Your task done. You are downloaded. So now you just go for the ls means list, just list the content. Yes, seems to be, I think you downloaded the really zip content that is which is available on the directory path. We will not call as a folders, we'll call in the Linux world as directories, remember that one. Alright, so once you are good, I think this is the thing exactly you're saying, the particular zip formatted file being downloaded. Now let's follow the same steps. I'm not introducing any kind of new steps here team. I'm just following blindly whatever they are telling us. Okay, they are telling us make directory my agent and cd my agent. So what they're telling here in this particular command, they're telling create a directory. Make directory means create a my agent directory, and cd just change directory to that, meaning that you go inside of this directory. That is the command meaning. Just copy this one, just go there, just put it, just hit enter. That's it. See, you are in the my agent directory. If you want to know exactly where you are, you can double check. See, this is what exactly you are. You're already inside a my agent directory. That is the thing exactly you need to think about. That's perfect team so far. Now once you are inside the directory, then what should we do? Now if you go there, now they are telling you very clearly, they are applying a command by using tar. They are applying a command, they are simply unzipping whatever the downloaded content is there. See, now let's go there, let's simply copy this particular content, whatever the command is there, I can simply go there, I can copy paste. Remember one thing team, do you really think we have a downloads folder here? No, we don't have any downloads, right? Because I think, can you please remove this download, this is not suitable for you. But the moment when you give the tilde symbol followed by slash can be anything, that value will be searched across your folders and it will be identified. So what exactly you are telling? Tilde symbol / go there and catch this particular zip file and try to unzip that one. That's exactly the command meaning. At this moment, you just understand what exactly it is doing, team. Don't worry. I'm just proceeding for that. Just go there. It is simply unzipping the what of the downloaded content. That's perfectly all right. Once you are done with this thing, team, now what exactly you need to do, you just need to configure the agent. That is the next step which is pending for us. Just copy this particular .config.sh, whatever the command is there. Even just go there, because one thing, this particular shell script is available inside here. So that is what exactly they are telling. Just go there. After unzipping, it will be available with that. So that is what exactly they are trying. See, this is what the config.sh, they are asking us to just execute it. To execute any shell script, you can use / and you can simply call that particular config.sh team. That's all you need to do. So I'm just placing over there, just hit enter team. That's it. That's it. It is asking to accept the terms and conditions. Perfect. I'm just accepting the terms and condition. It is asking you to enter the server URL team. You just go there. I'm just duplicating the screen. Okay, for my better reference, I'm duplicating the screen team because I need to copy the server endpoint over there from here. So you just come here, there you can see, just click on the Azure Devops, click on this particular thing. There, the moment when you click on this particular symbol, whatever the URL is coming here, that is what your server URL. Copy that, whatever the URL is coming to you, just copy that and just go back, just paste over there. Now it is asking authentication type. Press enter for the PAT. PAT refers to personal access token. Personal access token. That's perfectly alright. We can generate the PAT token for us. Just click enter. That's what exactly they are doing. Now they are asking enter the token. Now to generate the token team, just go to the settings symbol. There you can see the personal access token. Just go there. Once you are here team, just click on the new token. Once you click on the new token, I'm just generating one particular token which is especially for the pool 22. So that's the thing exactly I'm generating. I'm just keeping for the entire organization. That's fine. The expiration doesn't matter. You just keep this 30 days because I just need a token only. That's all to establish the connection. Okay, not an issue further. So I'm taking the full access for now. Just take the full access. You don't need to go for a specific access. Take the full access and just create. You know what will happen? You generated a token. Just copy the token, whatever the token being generated, and just come back here. Just paste over there the token. That's it. Now it will validate whether your token is a really valid token or not. So before establishing the connection, it will validate the token. It says, okay, that's really a good token. Then only it will ask you the pool name. Now it is asking you the pool name, team. So once it comes for the pool name, there you can see the pool name here, right, team? Now you just come back. So there you created a pool name, right? What is your pool name, team? Your pool name, if I'm not wrong, your pool name is pool-22. That's your pool name, correct? So now I'm just opening this particular thing. Sorry, yeah. I'm just opening this particular thing. Just go to the terminal. There, I'm just going there, pool-22. Right, that's your pool name exactly. I believe the correct one only we have provided. That's good, team. Just give the pool name so that you are telling to your virtual machine where to register. Where to register. That is exactly the thing we are doing now. So once you provided the pool name as this one, it is asking you, will that be okay if you keep VM-22 as the agent? That is what exactly it is asking you. VM-22 as exactly your VM name. Your VM name is VM-22. Agree? So the same thing it is asking you here. I just want to keep the agent name as VM-22. Okay, that's okay for us, not an issue. If you want to change it, you can change it. Now it is just testing the connection. The moment when it is done, it is asking. It is trying to create a folder called _work at this particular directory structure, in this particular structure. So just press enter for the _work. That's all, team. That's all. You know, what are the things I executed, I followed as it is, what are the steps they recommended. I haven't applied any kind of innovation things here. I just followed what are the steps they are just asking us. Now we just come back to. Now you go back to your agent pool. See a VM agent being registered here. Your registration is okay. Your registration is okay. Whatever the VM is there, that particular VM being registered specially in our ADO pool. ADO pool. Okay. Now, what exactly we want to achieve? You know one thing, team. What exactly we want to achieve? We want to achieve one specific thing, team. You know what is that? So whatever the VM-22 is there with us, right? If you see this one, your VM, whatever the VM is there, your VM is available. Your VM is up and running, correct? Your VM is up and running. Your VM is running, team. When your VM is running, but if you go here, team, but your agent is offline. I can call this one as an agent. See, it's an agent section. Agent is offline. Why? You install an agent. You installed an agent so far. You did the configuration. But you haven't run the agent. That's a problem. So we need to run the agent now. So to run the agent, I believe you can see, just click on the new agent. There you can go for the Linux. I think just go for the last command, which is a /run.sh. So that's the command exactly I'm just considering here. Just go to the terminal, team. Just go the same command, just provide over there, just .run.sh. You know what exactly this one will do? It will start your agent, whatever the agent you installed. Now you go back here, team. See, your agent come to online. Your agent come to online, team, meaning that your whatever the Devops agent installed in the virtual machine is perfectly good, team. It came to online. That's exactly the thing required for us, right? That's an awesome thing. See, your agent came to online. Once your agent came to online, this is the time for us to execute your build pipeline, release pipeline, each and everything on the agent. This is the time for us to execute build and release pipeline on the agent. That's all, team. Simple thing. That is what exactly we just thought to see, how to register a VM as an IDO agent in the Devops portal. But now I am raising a problem for you. So far good. So far everything you did really well. I think so far really awesome. Now I'm going to place one particular scenario for you, team. Okay, scenario for you. Okay, team. So whatever you are seeing on the screen, right? That's awesome. Now, for example, team, if I close this one, Control C, I just close that. You just go to the Devops portal. What happened to the agent status, team, here? What exactly happens for the agent? Agent went to offline. Agent went to offline, team. So now you need to think a point here. Okay, fine. See, whatever the agent we install, whatever the agent we started as well. So those things so far doing good, but all of a sudden I think it went to offline. The reason for that one is you just close your terminal. The reason for that one is you are running your agent in the interactive mode. That's a problem, team. You are running your agent in the interactive mode. So the point here is you should not run your agent specially in the interactive mode, team. So that is the thing exactly you need to sort it out. Then what are all the options usually we have to just run your agent, team? So that also you need to think about. Then see, there is an option specially in Azure documentation. Even Azure documentation is also providing you one thing. Run ADO agent as a service, okay, as a service. Okay, that is the thing exactly we need to do. If you go for this particular thing, there I think self-hosted Ubuntu, right? That is what exactly you are trying to make, right? There is a self-hosted Linux agent. You just open this particular link. I'm just giving you the link also. Okay? Maybe you can take a look whenever you have some time. Okay, you can take a look. Sorry, whenever you have some time, you can take a look. I'm just giving you the link in the chat box. I think you can see that one. Okay, Chandrakant is asking me a question. Can you have multiple agents in a virtual machine? That is possible, but not in a standalone installation like this. You need to come up with a container mode. You can run multiple containers which are isolated each other. See, let's take an example, your laptop only, Chandrakant. In your laptop, you have already one Java application, Java software, which is 1. Okay, let's not talk about a software point of view. Let's talk about any of the software which is required for you, maybe to watch a movie, maybe some media player is required, right? Could be anything, I don't know exactly, Windows. Okay, maybe some media player is required for you. Okay, so now you tell me one thing. You just install one type of media player which is the version 1.0. When you try to install 2.1, will it be overridden, or you can maintain two versions in the Windows? Obviously it will be overridden because it will be allowed only one thing, because it's a standalone deployments we are doing, standalone installations you are doing. In the same way, similar to your computer, we have a virtual machine here. If you make some installation, if it is a standalone deployment, obviously it will be replaced. But if you want to maintain multiple agents, like his question is very good question, multiple agents like that, what exactly we need to do? We need to create multiple isolated environments in the same VM, which is possible only with the Docker. That is what the containerization will come into the picture to sort out this virtualization case. Okay, that's a very good one. So that is exactly the thing also which we need to understand going forward, not at this moment, because it's too early to understand the Docker concepts and all. Alright, team, so I just shared one particular link in your chart. Okay, what exactly this link is talking about, let's see. Okay, so especially in this particular link, team, this is Azure Devops link. What are the steps I just implemented, I just showed you, team. I think you can double check here also. Maybe it may take some time for you to just go through that one, but I showed each and everything over there. You can double check. This is what the thing exactly you're doing today, team. Run interactively is the one. ./run.sh is the one exactly you're doing today, correct? The same thing you did now. So that is why it is being triggered in the interactive mode. The problem with the interactive mode is anyone can cancel your operation. You go to the terminal, you can run it. Not configure. You go to the terminal. The moment when you go for this particular thing, where is this particular thing? The moment when you apply this ./run.sh, the same command, team. So the moment when you run this command, automatically again your agent will come to online. That's perfectly alright. But the problem with this one is anyone can come and cancel this operation. Automatically your agent will go to offline. Now tell me, do you think it's a really recommended solution real time? No, not at all. It's a very dangerous call. See, if someone is canceling like this, your pipelines will be in queue, which is a very big issue for your company or for your project, right? So if the pipelines are in queue, I think you need to sort out the pipelines execution. Then obviously the problem is on DevOps engineer. So again, they'll question your skill set. Okay, what exactly the things you are doing? Why you are unable to execute all 100 pipelines with a single VM? What is the problem for you? Are you not finding a best option out of it? These are the questions that usually you will get, team. So you should have a proper solution for that. Right, team. Okay, this interactive mode really we don't like. I think seems to be doesn't make sense for us. But what exactly we can do? There we can do one particular thing, team, where you can execute your particular agent as a service. So that is what exactly it is talking about. You can run your agent as a service. See, this is the command exactly we should follow. So when we should follow this particular command, see, it is just telling cd my agent folder, the same folder my agent is the folder which we created. They're telling that just install this particular command sudo .svc.sh install, just give the username. So whatever the username we are trying or we are looking for. So that's exactly the thing I think it is being asking us. Okay, that's good. Then finally you just give this command sudo .svc.sh or status or stop. That's all. But the advantage of this particular thing, team, if you do like this, if VM is on, your agent is also on. If VM is off, your agent is also off. That one makes sense, right? That one absolutely makes sense. See, whenever your hardware infrastructure is really on, then obviously your agent should be on. Your hardware infrastructure is dead, I think your agent, obviously nothing will work, right? If your laptop is not at all working, you cannot do anything in the laptop. The same case. If the VM infrastructure itself is down, obviously no, we cannot do anything inside of it. That is the best option which you can make sure which is running agent as a service. Just three commands which we need to execute. cd meaning the change directory to the my agent, that's the thing, and followed by svc install, and you need to give the username. What is your username, team? What is your username? My username is Azure user. So that is this is VM username I'm talking about. So that is exactly the username which we have created while provisioning the virtual machine, right? So that is the thing you need to provide, and finally you need to start. And this is the one, this is for us to start at that particular moment. Even if a virtual machine got stopped, I think when you make it up automatically, your service will come to online. That's the best option which we need to consider. And followed by, there are further options also which we can consider, especially that one running as a Docker agent. See, run agent as a Docker. Here you can see, team, run agent as a Docker. This is the one of the best solution which I'm talking about. So run self-hosted agent as a Docker. This is also one of the best solution. And I believe they also covered with the Kubernetes. Let me see at the bottom somewhere. They have covered with the Kubernetes also, team, if I'm not wrong. Yes, this is the Kubernetes controller. Okay, this is exactly the thing. Even by using Kubernetes also, they will bring up the agent. This is the ultimate model which you need to understand. Okay, which you need to understand. See, when you understand the concepts of the Docker and the containerization, obviously you will understand about these kind of things also. Obviously you will understand about this particular Docker and the Kubernetes concept in the agent. This is a cakewalk for you to understand these concepts. Okay. All right, team. Any questions so far? Firstly, I just showed you the interactive mode only. I haven't discussed anything on the service mode, anything on the Docker, anything on the Kubernetes. Only interactive mode only I just showed him. Any questions so far? No questions, everything is alright. You can ask any questions, Tim, if you have anything. Okay.
There is one question from my end.
Yes,
If
Chandra.
there is public IP map to multiple VMs, how we can connect to them?
Actually, I think, Chandrakant, especially in Azure Cloud, maybe I don't know which one you are keeping in your mind. If VM being associated with one instance, you cannot associate for another instance, Chandrakant. That's not possible. Okay. So meaning that, I will show that one practically for you. You just see on the screen. Okay, team, anyway, I missed one concept for you, especially yesterday I just promised. How to disassociate a public IP. How to associate a public IP, right? That particular part we have not seen. Anyway, he also raised a similar question. Let's see that one. You just come here. This is how the virtual machine exactly we provision. Just go to the networking. I told you yesterday one point, especially the NIC card, network interface card. The NIC card is the one which can hold your public and private IP stream. Public IP, private IP will be tied to your NIC card. This is the NIC card. I'm just clicking on the NIC card. Click on the NIC card. The moment when you click on the network interface card, here somewhere you can see an option associate, disassociate options. Click on the IP configuration. Especially when you come to the IP configuration. Okay, here is the one exactly you can think about. See, under the IP configuration, this is the configuration, this is what exactly the private, and this is what exactly the public. Let's open this particular IP config, whatever the thing you have. Just open this one, for example, team. Okay, just open this one. So I'm just going there. There, I believe, associate the public IP. There is an option, right? Just uncheck this one. The moment when you uncheck this one, automatically your public IP got released. Correct? Your public IP got released. So that is the thing exactly is happening. Just save this one. Now what exactly you did, for NIC card, you removed the public IP. Now that public IP is available to be associated with any other instance. Now that is available, that's free, that is currently available to be captured by any other instance. That is what exactly the situation is. Now once you click on that particular disassociation, just a moment here. So now what will happen is, now I want to just prove, I'll come to your question, Chandrakant, okay, I'll prove that case. So how exactly that works here. So just wait for a few seconds time. I don't know why it is taking such a long time. Yeah, alright, but that's clear. Okay, alright team. So now I just want to show you, just go back to your virtual machine, VM22, exactly, just go for the overview team. If you go for the overview, you will not see any of your public IP. See, your public IP is blank. Public IP is blank. These kind of things you should do when you need a virtual machine, especially in your production networks. Oh, you need a VM, okay, which we need to play. Then you can simply disassociate the public IP so that no one can connect your virtual machine from outside world. You can do one of the technique. You can keep this technique also with you. One of the technique. Technique number 2. You can go to the networking section. There you can see, especially you are allowing one port called SSH22 port. Right? You are completely allowing port 22. This is exactly the area where the third party person can come into your mission. You just come here, there you simply say deny. Don't allow anyone. Don't allow anyone. Just go there and simply save it. Now your VM don't have any public IP, no port open. No one can connect to your virtual machine from outside. That is not possible because no public IP, no port open. That is your VM situation at this moment. Your VM situation at this moment. All right. Now, once you are here, just go for.
Then I cannot also log into my VM, right?
I don't understand, Chandrakant. What is your question?
Yeah, public IP. We have disassociated from the VM22 our VM. If now I want to connect to my VM22 from terminal or PuTTY, I can't connect to my VM. Can I connect to my VM22?
You can connect to your VM by using your private IP, Chandrakant. That is still possible. Okay. Yeah, that is why we block the traffic on port 22. Okay. All right. Now let's simulate Chandrakant question. Now Chandrakant question is, okay, if we assign a public IP for the multiple instance, how that IP instance will be resolved? That is what exactly his point. Okay. Let's go to the public IP section. Okay. The public IP section. So if you go to the public IP section, public IP address, this is one of the service which is offered by the Azure. You can see, I already told you, right? Azure is purchasing IPs from IANA, where Azure is paying the amount to the IANA. So now if you come here, team, here is your public IP. This is the public IP exactly you purchased, especially when you are provisioning your virtual machine. Let's go to this public IP. This is what your public IP, which you just disassociated. Okay. Now what exactly I'm doing here, there you can see an option called associating. If this public IP is tagged for your VM, you will not see this option. That's what I'm highlighting. You cannot associate the same IP for other instance. That is not allowed here. You just click on this particular associate button. Now, the moment when you click on this particular associate button, it will show you a drop down where what kind of resource type you want to assign to. Yes, I want to assign to a network interface, especially my network interface, which is VM22. You can select whatever the VM22 is the one, right? Somewhere. Yeah, this is what the VM22 one. This is exactly the NIC code name, NIC code name. And I can recall -22 yours, okay? Just select this one, click OK. That's all. You know what exactly the thing happened to you? You associated public IP to the NIC code so that your virtual machine will be displayed with the public IP. Chandrakant, your question is answered.
Yes, yeah.
All right. Okay, team. So anyway, I thought to show you how exactly this public IP association, disassociation works. That's the thing exactly. I took his question. I think I explained it. Okay. Any other questions, team? You don't have any questions? All right. Fine. That's really good. Okay, fine. So once, yes.
Yes, I just Sorry to interrupt. I just have a doubt.
Yes, Yogesh.
Like associate to the same VM, or we can like associate to the
You can associate to any other
we
virtual machines. Sorry, Yogesh, I think your voice is choppy, Yogesh, for me.
okay. But in that case, if we will,
Your voice is choppy, Yogesh. Actually, I'm unable to hear you properly. Yes, you are able to hear me?
audible now?
Yeah, now okay. Yeah, now tell me, Yogesh.
Yes. I'm able to hear you. Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Okay.
If suppose we can associate this public IP to any other machine, won't there be any clash, because we'll be running some application in using this public IP?
No. It's a
Right?
very good
So to
question.
expose.
No, I got your question already. So, Yogesh, if I am not wrong, your question
Okay.
is if the public IP, if we change to or if we associate with some other instance,
Yes.
is there any problem for existing infrastructure or the traffic wise? Right? That's your question, right? Okay, point
Yes.
you need to remember,
Yes.
team. Point you need to remember, we will never make any traffic over the internet to the public IPs in the architecture. Keep the point in our mind. We will never make any traffic over the internet to the public IPs. We will not do that. That is the problem exactly usually we will get with the public IPs, right? Obviously, in case the public IP is not available or so the public IP, it's some people already habituated to the public IP. The point here is, if you are using a public IP means that internet traffic is over the internet, correct? That is the first problem usually we will get. And second thing, we will never involve public IPs in our architecture traffic. We will never involve. But where and what exactly the situation we will use this public IP? Example, your database is a private database, correct? Your database is a private. But your stakeholder is asking, hey, Yogesh, I want to connect to the database, Yogesh. But you are telling your database is a private database. How I can connect? What is the way for me to connect to that? Is there any way? Is there any tunneling technique we can use? Exactly at that particular moment, Yogesh, you need a public IP for the VM. With that public IP for the VM, you can easily make the stakeholder to be connected to your private instance. That's where your VM will act as a jump host. You need a public IP only for the VM team. Okay, I'm not saying for any other component, only for the VM. Maybe that is also. If your company is really providing the VPN, that is more than enough. In that case, you don't require the public IP also. Okay, see, you can improve the security little more bit in that case. I don't really require public IP because there is a VPN connection. Everyone can connect to the VPN. When they connect to the VPN, they can easily talk with our private TBs, private connections or private instances. That is how exactly this particular discussion is, Yogesh. You got my point? We will never make any connection over the internet to the public IPs. We will not do that, Yogesh.
Okay. Okay, Dinesh. Okay, thank you.
That's good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's really a very good question. Usually, you all have some such kind of assumptions, right? So usually we will not do that. So that's why always the connection or communication will be completely internal. We will make the communication, the connections completely internal, completely private team. That is what exactly you need to take care in your architecture. That is the first thing you need to keep in your mind. If you are using public IP, will there be a problem, right? So you need to try to pull that component into the network. You need to try to pull it. You should think in that way. That's the right way of thinking, actually. Yes, right, team. All right. Any other questions? Okay. All right, team. All right. Okay, fine. So fine, team. So we understand how exactly we can SSH to a virtual machine. How exactly we can install an agent in the virtual machine. We understand already how we can disassociate or associate a public IP for a virtual machine. 3 things we understand. Alright, so further to this one, what exactly I'm going to bring up here is, so now anyway, we understand about the virtual machine and registering a virtual machine as an agent. Okay, virtual machine as an agent. So whatever the points we placed here, everything is sorted, team, here. Everything is sorted. VM provisioning, log into portal port 22, agent pool, relevant machine type, follow the instructions, install the agent, run the agent. Everything is cleared here. Alright, so this particular registering VM as an agent is cleared, but it's not exactly the industry standard way, just a interactive mode. Okay, you will be improvised slowly. Okay, step by step we will go. All right, thank you for the session. See you in the next part.